Welcome back. The Southwest Development Commission bill, as well as a bill for the establishment of a National Electoral Offences Commission, have passed through second reading in the Senate. But the Southwest Development Commission bill is strongly opposed by two senators who are concerned that bills seeking to establish regional development commissions may end up balkanizing the country. Our correspondent Linda Kigbe has more.
In 2017, the 8th National Assembly passed the Northeast Development Commission Bill, and President Buhari gave assent to the bill in October 2017. The commission is mandated to see to the development of a Northeast devastated by terrorism and insurgency. Since the passage of the bill, federal lawmakers from other geopolitical zones are clamoring for the establishment of different development commissions in their regions. The latest is the bill before the Senate for the establishment of the Southwest Development Commission.
The push for the establishment of the Southwest Development Commission is an attempt to address the dwindling fortunes of the Southwest region. This commission, if passed into law, will enhance regional integration, which is capable of delivering the benefits of large economies of scale.
While some lawmakers show support for the bill, two senators are expressing reservations about the bill.
I don't think there's anybody in this chamber who can stand up to say that development is not good in any part of this country.
What I would suggest, Mr. President, in order not to divide this chamber, is for every geopolitical zone to come up with their own development agenda.
There was first Ometeku. Now there is Southwest Development Commission. I cannot see a reason why Southwest Commission should be Development Commission should be created, because Southwest is the most developed sub-region of this country.
I am appealing to our distinguished senators that what we are about to do and the foundation we are laying now is a foundation to balkanize this country.
The bill, however, scales second reading.
Mr. President, my highly respected...
Another proposed legislation is before the upper chamber. It's a bill for the formation of a National Electoral Offences Commission. The commission is to prosecute electoral offenders in Nigeria and address problems of electoral violence, ballot snatching, underage voting, and vote buying, among others.
INEC clearly does not have the needed human capacity to prosecute electoral offences committed across Nigeria's 119,973 polling units. And the answer is in the establishment of a commission charged with this important duty.
The bill is referred to the Senate Committee on INEC to report back in 4 weeks. Linda Kibe, Channels Television News.
In Kano State, the House of Assembly is investigating allegations of abuse of office brought against the Emir of Kano, Muhammad Sanusi II. The Emir is accused of abusing the Kano Traditional Institution, an action which the petitioners claim is contrary to the culture of the people of Kano State. The House of Assembly had set up a committee headed by the chairman, House Committee on Local Government and Emirates, Honorable Zubairu Masu, who said the petitioners are demanding thorough investigation about the allegations. The former central bank governor has been locked in battle with the state government, which partly led to the creation of other emirates within Kano. Meanwhile, Kano Anti-Corruption has also invited the emir to appear before it tomorrow to answer questions on corruption allegations. The head of civil service of the Federation, Mrs. Folashade Yemi Esson, has taken the oath of office with a promise to prioritizing training of civil servants. She said this after a brief swearing-in ceremony presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari at the State House Council chambers.
I just want to thank God and also thank Mr. President for this appointment, and I'd like to assure him that by the grace of God, I would work to ensure that his programs, his projects come to fruition and that the service delivery is improved tremendously. Number one thing on my chest is training For civil servants to be able to perform their responsibilities, it's important for them to be very well trained because you can't expect much when you don't put in much into anybody. So for me, training would be my number one priority as the new head of civil service of the Federation.
Mrs. Folashade Esson. Nigeria's Minister of State for Petroleum, Mr. Timothy Silva, has joined other OPEC ministers today in defying the concern about COVID-19 by holding crucial meetings in Vienna. Already, the mere confirmation that the meetings would go ahead has seen oil prices rising from the free fall. On the sidelines of the ongoing three-day meeting, experts expect that the gathering will have positive impact on crude oil prices and be a morale booster for OPEC. Our energy correspondent, Olu Phillips, reports.
Amidst the raging fear of COVID-19, OPEC meeting has opened here in Vienna, Austria. Howbeit, with some caveat, no journalist is allowed to go into the conference. It's a shrinked and an abridged conference in terms of size. Ministers have come in. 3 meetings will be happening over the next 3 days. The first that is actually going on now is the 18th Joint Ministerial Monitoring Committee. Earlier, the Minister for State Petroleum in Nigeria, Timothy Silva, joined his counterpart, and they'll be discussing oil prices as it has fallen below $50 per barrel sometime last week and just rose by 1% thereabout sometime this week. And the Secretary General will be rallying all of these members to see how much they can help stabilize the oil prices. Of course, this is happening because demand fell from China. Two more meetings. OPEC and non-OPEC will be happening on Friday, and tomorrow there'll be the extraordinary meeting, the 187th extraordinary meeting. We may not have entrants in there, but sure we'll keep you posted on the outcomes and the news breaking out from this building here behind me. From Vienna, Austria, Olu Phillips reporting for Channels Television News.
Business News is next. Here's BC Adebayo.
Banking so easy, so simple. Dial *894# now to experience it. You first, First Bank.
Welcome to Business News. As the coronavirus continues to spread across the World Health Organization has warned that banknotes may be spreading the virus. The organization has advised customers to use contactless payments to minimize any risk. Last month, banks in China and Korea began disinfecting and isolating used banknotes as part of efforts to curb the spread of the deadly virus. Meantime, the management of Lafarge Africa has apologized for being the accidental getaway for the coronavirus to Nigeria. The managing director, Mr. Khalid El Dukani, made the apology in a chat with Channels Television today after his first official visit to the Nigerian Stock Exchange.
We are a big company, we're big organizations, we have a lot of resources. However, the health and safety of our employee comes as a top priority. And if it's needed to sacrifice some of our results to make sure that our people are safe and healthy, this is what we're going to do. However, the current situation, and I had a contact with each and every people who has been quarantined, one-on-one phone call, they are all in a very good health, the morale is high, they've got their phones with them, they are running the business from where they are, and everything is going so far. I look forward to overcome this issue, which is unfortunate for all of us, and we apologize for any inconvenience that has been caused to anybody. The plant is up and running. It has not been closed. We had our trucks shipping our cement, so this is part of the social media rumors or news which did not take place. We had the visitors from our Honorable Commissioner of Health, the World Health Organization. They visited the plant and they commended each and every step we have taken so far.
The all-share index of the Nigerian Stock Exchange sustained the positive momentum today with a 0.61% increase thanks to investor sentiment towards the banking index. Ekaite Afia gives us a summary of today's trading activities.
Hello. Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. Investor sentiments at midweek's trading session on the local bourse was positive as the all-share index sustained closed higher by 0.61%. Today's gains were largely driven by the banking index as the counter gained 1.70%. Other major sectors we track also closed positive, except for oil and gas, which lost 0.68%. The banking sector's performance is reflected on the list of top trades, as Tier 1 lenders FBN Holdings, Zenith, and UBA were the most traded for the day. Volume and value and deals traded were lower compared to Tuesday's session, as over 307 million shares worth 2.80 billion naira were exchanged in 4,400 deals. Royal Exchange was the top gainer for the day by 10%, while Ardova lost the most by 10%. And that's the Stock Market Report. I'm Ekaita Afia.
Many thanks, Ekaite. Meanwhile, world equity markets surged on Wednesday as investors were cheered by a strong showing by Joe Biden in the U.S. Democratic presidential primaries, offsetting coronavirus fears. But let's see some of today's numbers. And that's it on Business News. It's back to Amarachi.
Banking, so easy, so simple. Dial star 894 hash now to experience it. You first, First Bank.
Thanks, BC. In line with its vision to create an innovative financial services to its clients, VFD Microfinance Bank has launched its flagship product called V. The managing director, VFD Microfinance Bank, Azubike Emodi, explains that the product is aimed at closing the gap between established traditional banks and their customers.
V is virtual.
The newly launched V by VFD is creating a stress-free mobile banking experience for individuals, small and medium enterprises, as well as retail customers. But first, how does this app work?
After registering your number, you will receive a 4-digit one-time password code, and after that you are requested to upload your identity and your papers. Of course, for the sake for now, you don't have to mandatory upload your identity. We already validated you, and that already gives you access to the bank account.
What's more, its unique referral functionality is connected to a monthly financial reward that allows users to earn an income.
Already we have a dedicated customer experience center that is enabled and well-staffed and has capacity to cater to the expected growth in clients we're expecting to see. So as we grow our client base, we have a customer center that's dedicated that will provide enough support. But more importantly, it's a program that we intend to use to reward our customers, or should I say to reward our most loyal customers that intend to also help us promote the brand.
VFD Microfinance Bank believes that the introduction of a virtual bank will allow for a flexible investment plan and financial discipline.
We have the investment platform on the app. So for someone that has a lot of kids, you can save for kids, you can save for yourself, you can create different budgets, you can create different plans, whether fixed deposits or target savings.
The target is to build an ecosystem that will hold up to 100 million people, providing services to them, be it auto loans provided on that platform, and you can purchase the vehicles on the platform.
With a bank verification number, phone number, and zero paperwork, users can now open a V account to enjoy a streamlined digital experience on their mobile devices.
There are unconfirmed reports of an attack by suspected Boko Haram insurgents in Dapchi town, Yobe State, where more than 100 schoolgirls were abducted on February 19, 2018. Channels Television gathered that the insurgents may have burned houses, but military sources are yet to confirm the incident. Dapchi community has been attacked several times since 2018, when it came under the spotlight at the time of the abduction of the schoolgirls. One of the girls abducted in 2018, Leah Sharibu, is still in custody of the insurgents. Still ahead on the news at 10, Italy to shut all schools from Thursday for 10 days as it steps up efforts to contain the COVID-19 outbreak as death toll rises. Stay with us.